Hello, it's Thursday. So today we're going to be playing a randomized version of Pokemon Emerald, restricted to just Gen 3 Pokemon. Any Pokemon that I catch, I have to crochet. The intro on this game takes a particularly long time, but look at me finally picking a game that's actually appropriate for the gen that I'm trying to catch. Last time it came up that I was actually playing like a Gen 4 game. I do just want to state for the record that I did restrict it to just Gen 2 Pokemon in it. So, still kind of within the rules. Okay, so we are on the truck. We've got our little starting animation going here. Alrighty, so I think I have to go upstairs and set my clock, but I learned a new trick. Someone in the comments kind of prompted me to do it, but I worked it out all by myself. Look at this, ready? Ah! No more spoilers for us, because I have Pokeballs right from the start. Now I only gave myself 20 because I'm trying to be reasonable here. Now I did decide to change the rules just a little bit for this playthrough, and I'm going to do that because I feel like I want to play a little bit more rather than like catch everything really quickly and kind of be done before we even reach the first gym. So I'm kind of going to play it by ear a little bit, but at the moment what I'm thinking is I'm going to like only catch one per major plot point. I'll get my starter and then I think I'll do one catch, but then I think I need to use those two to beat the first gym before I'm allowed to catch a third. So that's kind of like what I'm feeling for today. So one thing that I did discover as I was trying to like get that Pokeball thing working was if you choose boy, you live in the other house. I never knew that. I've never played through as a boy. So that was really fun. All right, let's go wrangle our opponent. See, like this would be so much easier if I could just be like, that. I'm taking it. Thank you. That's known as theft. Let's not encourage theft. Alrighty. Oh, he's being nice to us. Now I feel bad. I don't have any interest in his PC. Please just let me leave. Okay. So now if I leave, I should encounter the little like story point, right? Yep, there she is. She's looking all concerned. Did you think about getting an adult? Oh god, am I the adult? No, it's a Zigzagoon. I thought it was a Poochyena for some reason. Oh. Does that mean is Zigzagoon this generation? I love Zigzagoon. I used to always have one on my team. Oh, crap, I've just spoiled one of the starter Pokemon. Okay, I need to focus just a little bit better. So, here we have our 3 options for starters, and I've decided that today I get to see what all 3 are and pick one because I don't want a recurrence of what happened with Marie. Like, I don't regret him, but I also kind of regret him. So, yeah. Alright, so it looks like Hariyama is our first option, and I'm sorry, that's an easy no for me. Who's this one? Cascoon. I actually don't know which one I would prefer less, so I guess that's fun. And our third and final option, drumroll please. You know what? I'm not going to do it until the plane flies over. Okay, so the third and final option, which I am already predisposed to take sight unseen, is... it's Swablu. The little cotton ball puff bluebird. Like that would have been an easy choice for me anyway. I forgot he was this generation. I was kind of hoping for a Shroomish, but maybe we'll encounter a Shroomish somewhere else. This is a little bird. Oh, puffy wings. Oh, do I go puffy puffy or do I go puffy puffy? Options. He's gonna look like Articuno's baby. Oh, we got to battle with him first. I forgot about that. Hi Ziggy. I hope I will be seeing some of your brothers soon. I would love a Zigzagoon. They're so cute. I always used to have one on the team to like pick stuff up because they had like, I think it's like a pickup ability or something like that, and I just find the best stuff. Oh, we got to come up with a name for you. I don't have a theme yet this time. You're so little and puffy. Alright, gotta go back to the lab, but please let me have my little bird. Alrighty, and your name is of course... Puffy. Puffy the Zigzagoon Slayer. I have a shiny one of those in my Pokemon home. She's yellow and she's beautiful. But I love my little blue girl. Alright, so we're going to pause now and we are going to make our little cotton puff. Honestly, Puffy is a really like simple shape. She's basically an egg with 2 floofs out the side and then like a couple of little details. I'll probably even steal the feet from Articuno. Yeah, the real question with her is, do I make her wings actually like fluffy and puffy? Or do I maintain what I've done with like the rest of my pokey friends here and just crochet things into the shapes that they're supposed to be and kind of disregard the texture? So that's the challenge for this first one. So I started by collecting my materials, which were basically a pair of 9mm safety eyes and yarn in blue and white, though I would later grab grey and add it into the mix. I guess I'm trying to cut corners here, but yeah, that's basically what she's going to look like when I'm done. I skipped sketching and went straight to piece breakdown. Just because she's so basic, I felt I already understood the shapes that I was going to need. I even had a little helper as I stitched up the body. The yarn itself was being so cute, I hoped that some of that would transfer into Swablu. I popped the eyes in roughly where I wanted them, but I couldn't finalise that until I had the beak, so the whole thing had to be put to one side while I worked that out. And then, of course, as soon as I grabbed my grey yarn, I got distracted making feet instead. They're the same construction as Articuno's, just at a smaller scale because she only needs 2 toes and no leg. And from there I decided to wing it. There are so many options to make crochet fluffy, puffy, or fuzzy, even loopy. Initially I thought I would go the puff stitch route, but I was inevitably seduced by the allure of the slicker brush I haven't used in such a long time. I crocheted a basic base piece, stuffed it lightly, and then got brushing. If you notice a lot of scratches and scrapes on my hands in the rest of this video, now you know why. This can be an aggressive process, but it's also pretty cathartic. You just have to keep brushing in all directions until you've reached your desired level of puffiness. And we did that to both wings, making them look pretty close to cotton swabs. Ah, the prophecy fulfilled. Finally, I built the beak in 2 really basic pieces, a blob for the bottom beak and then a pointy flap for the top beak. I could have used the same spiked bobble stitch that I'd used for Articuno's beak, but Puffy only had a handful of opportunities to add detail, so I wanted to make sure her beak had a lot of definition to it. With all the main pieces made, all I had to do was sew it all together. And the end product was kind of like if you took Articuno and centrifuged out all of the sweetness and fluff, and then rolled that into a ball. Okay guys, hi. So I have realized that my screen recording stopped shortly after the intro of the game. So the screen recording didn't work, but thankfully I realized that as I came back from making our starter. So it's not too much ground lost here, but I have just like re-recorded the screen for me getting my starter, and I'm going to be reusing my reaction footage just so that you get something at least a little bit authentic. So if you're noticing anything kind of odd, that's all that's happened there. And from this point onwards, I've double checked that the screen recording is actually on. Okay, so we are back and it is time to go catch Brendan. No, we're not catching Brendan. We're gonna go find Brendan. Brendan joins the team as our second Pokemon. Alrighty, so we are now going to continue out into the world and we are going to catch our first Pokemon. Now, well, technically we're going to catch our second Pokemon, but we're going to do our first catching. No. I, once again, should have paid a little bit more attention to our, to what they told me to do. Oh, he'll be out in the grass. Surely he'll be out in the grass. Okay, so here's the thing. I already have Pokeballs, so whatever I encounter now is going to be our first catch, but then there'll be no more until after I defeat the first gym. So we are going to walk into this grass and see what our second team member is. Here we go. It's funny, I'm not really that nervous about walking into grass anymore. Oh, okay. Pressure builds the longer you're in the grass. Does walking slower like that stop the catch rate? I'm just curious. Oh, I thought I was going to hit something before this town, but that's okay. Am I supposed to be doing something here? We're just going to continue this way. And back into the grass. Cavarna. I'm gonna go with Cavarna. It's Cavarna. It's like Husqvarna, like the tractor. Or is it a chainsaw brand? Anyway, Cavarna. All right, it's like a piranha crossed with a caravan. No, it's a pointy fish. It's a pointy fish. All right, Puffy, be gentle with Cavarna, okay? Okay, all right. Let us catch ourselves a tractor. Okay. We are the proud owner of a new... I'm gonna keep calling it tractor. Attacks ships in swarms, making them sink. Although it is said to be a very vicious Pokemon, it timidly flees as soon as it finds itself alone. Well, Cavarna, you will never be alone again. Welcome to the team, and you are our mighty Tractor Beam. Is there room for you to be Tractor Beam? You might just need to be Tractor. Beam. Tractor Beam. Okay. So we have our second teammate. All right, so my main concerns with Cavarna Tractor Beam is that I like my Pokemon to sit up, and fish don't have any like legs or things for stability. You kind of have to rest them on their fins and tails and hope for the best. My second major concern is how pointy he is, and I think I'm going to have to lean pretty heavily on the embroidery to try and like emulate some of those spikes and spines. So yeah, he's going to be a pretty tricky fish. Okay, so I grabbed the fishy colours. Dark blue, dark red, bright yellow. Kind of hard to get them to show up on camera. The real hurdle for this fish is the spiky fins. There are 5 of them around the body, and working out what size to make those so that it still looks good was my first priority. Once that shape was sorted, I went into mass production. She needed 2 for her head, 1 for each side, and 1 for underneath. The main body is the sort of thing I wouldn't break into pieces so much as layers. My plan was to start with a dark blue ball. Because I made the fins first, and I knew they had to be evenly spaced around the ball, I used them to help work out how big to make it. I ended up using a factor of 5 to increase, rather than my normal factor of 6, to keep that fin spacing as straightforward as possible. I resisted the urge to wipe the desk as I went, as I wanted to show how much the yarn I was using was shedding. I've been trying to clear out my stash a bit over the last 12 months, and that means sometimes I'm using older yarn that's kind of past its prime. This yarn in particular was a little bit hostile. Next up was the spiky pants piece. All we had to do here is make a red circle big enough to cover her underside, and then position spiky bits in attitude until I ran out of room. Peeko's really came in clutch here for the little teeth, and then again for the points of the star that is the source of all of her attitude problems. I started assembling before I had made all of the pieces, which is not my normal approach. I had a couple of different things that I tried for the eyes, but I ended up just with plain white circles with a black edge, then adding a tiny bit of embroidery to add the red. This ended up being the only place I had to use embroidery, so that wasn't too bad. Not gonna lie, I thought I was done at this point. I almost forgot to make her tail. But in the end, I just worked up this little circle slice with a red edge and attached it. Alright, so that is Cavarna done, our little tractor beam. And so we are going to head back into game and play through until we encounter some kind of major plot point. So I'm assuming that's going to be the first gym. Now, Brendan should be up here somewhere. So we're in full-blown training mode now, so whatever this is, I gotta kill it. Okay, cool, it's just another pointy fish. Oof, okay, that hurts a little more than I want it to. So this is where you all discover that I'm actually a button masher. And bring very little skill to the game. In case you hadn't worked that out from the previous 2 videos. No, don't die! Oh no, rough skin! No, Puffy! You know what? I'm going to just continue on with the tutorial, and then I'll revive Puffy afterwards. Because this is just the catch tutorial, and it's not a big deal. Hello! He just said hello, it's Thursday. Oh. I didn't realize I had to battle him. This was a mistake. Nasty little Trico. Okay, alright. We lived. Alright, and now we go all the way back to the lab, stopping to revive along the way. Whee! To the lab! See what's on the slab. Wait, is this game with Wally in it? Of course, so that's why Brendan wouldn't have taught me anything, because, like, I have to go help the Wally kid get his rolls. Am I supposed to get running shoes from Hello. Yay, okay. Running shoes always just make the game go that much, like, obviously, literally faster, but it feels like the game begins when they give you the running shoes. Whee! Gotta go fast. Oh, okay, what? I don't think I encountered anything here on the... Alrighty, I would have had Sableye if I'd encountered something in the grass. I also could have ended up with Shedinja. Oh, do I buy potions because I'm playing for realsies? I think I'm gonna buy some potions. I am so glad I didn't get a love disc. I like this. I have immunity until I fight the next gym or major plot point. Okay, so that's just a water pathway. Can't do anything there yet. So I guess we're going this way? That's nothing. That is nothing. Is there like another exit? There is the other exit. Okay. Calvin. Hello, Calvin. Aw, a boy and his dog. That's a good thing. I mean, I'm gonna peck the puppy to death, but like, it becomes a little less wholesome if I point that out. Puffy the Poochie Slayer. Yay! Because I reckon my bird can take on bugs. Like, I feel like if it's naturally in its own food chain, it should be fine. Like, see, that's literally just breakfast. Oh, not a trainer. You look like a trainer. Oh, berries. What have you got? Oh, I really do love Zigzagoon. Help you further your career. Okay. There are some actually genuinely scary looking Pokemon that I don't want to go anywhere near. Just because they're like there's this one that looks like a floating onion. I think it's like Meditite? Medichan? Yeah, there's like a little floating onion boy. It's just like, I have no interest in spending 6 hours making one of those. But, I mean, if I encounter one and it's time to catch something, I will do it. I just won't be happy about it. So, enjoy. He's just good. We like him a lot. Sorry, Tiana. You're almost there. Petalburg City. And I think the first gym isn't even until Rustborough, so we're not even like most of the way there. So I don't really know how I'm doing a lot more gameplay, but I don't know how much of it you guys are even going to get to see. Where's my hug, bro? What are we going to catch for you? A Lotad! That's kind of nice. Oh, actually, I'd like a Lotad for the team. Anything planty? I've been feeling very planty recently. I like that the gym leader's just like, yeah, sure, take this Pokemon and you can have one ball. You have one shot. One opportunity to seize everything you ever wanted. Now, will he capture it? No, we caught him. I would be naming that Lotad M&M. Yeah, Rustborough. That's what I thought. So that would be where the first, yeah, gym leader Roxanne. They're telling you. See, look, I don't even have to remember all this. They just tell you. Alrighty, so we are just, now it's going to be a training montage. Are you ready? Here we go. Ah! Come on, dude, let me get my... Thank you. Go, Puffy. Bite. Good. Eat him first. Bite it. Jump tractor. Jump fish. Crunchy. Good job. Cicada? Good, good. We're getting, oof, tractor beam's level 10 now. Alrighty, we have made it to the city. I guess all there is to really do is heal up and head to the gym. My headcanon is that Puffy is flying and tractor beam is like in her claws underneath. Hello, I am Roxanne, the Rustborough Pokemon gym leader. I became a gym leader so that I might apply what I learned at the Pokemon Trainers School in battle. Would you kindly demonstrate how you battle, and with which Pokemon? Yeah, I'll hit you. No worries. Okay, she's got 3. First is level 12 to you, dude. That's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt a lot. We're gonna throw a fish at you and hope for the best. Don't do things like that. least we're fast. We're fast fish. Oh, and we're flinching rock. Dang straight, don't. That's cheating. I hate it when they should not be allowed to use potions. Just keep chewing on those rocks. Yes, tractor beam. Nose pass. Or is it Nosepus? It was a mistake. I should have just kept trying to chew on rocks. Oh no, tractor beam, no. Oh. A moment of silence, if you will. Alright, we're back. That honestly went better than I thought it was going to, but that nose pass hits pretty hard. So I'm just going to run back outside of the village. So I'll go back to the forest and keep training in there. Which means that we are going to be training against rock lobsters. Aww. See, you're cute. Little crawfish. I mean, I'm still going to eat you. Ooh, sing is useful. Make the nose pass sleepy, then bite its nose off. She can sing a little song and try and give us an edge. Okay, good job, Puffy. Ah, well done, little girl. All right, now we swap very quietly. It's time to wake up. Ah, damn it, he actually did wake up. Okay, back to the grind. I'm not careful I'm going to end up on Team Sky, and I know I made a reference to that last time, which a lot of you guys seem to really be excited about, but like, so do want to point out that if you throw anything hard enough, it can fly. Okay, we are back at the gym after our second attempt. So we tried just winging it. We tried a little bit of strategy, as much strategy as I'm capable of anyway. And now we are finally just going to try brute force. We have leveled Tractor Beam up to level 15. Puffy gained a level in the mix as well, but she's kind of, yeah, poor Puffy. So Puffy really badly wants to help, but this just isn't a moment for her. And so we are just going to try and let Tractor Beam take this one and do their best and get through the other side. So. Excellent. Thank you, Tractor Beam. That is how that's done. We love you, Puffy. It's a good thing that, like, you're like the cotton phoenix. You will rise. Yeah, it looks like Growl was pretty effective as well. No. Okay. Well, you got one, Puffy, and that might save the day. So you are a hero, and we love you very much, and we'll bring you back soon. This, by the way, is why I don't play actual Nuzlockes, in case that's not completely clear. Yeah, that Growl, man. It's a game changer. Why didn't I do that the first time? Oh. Okay, you can eat your berry, and then Roxanne will use a potion, but like... Yeah, see, there it is. There it is. It's just cheating. It's just cheating. Stop that. Now I should get a chance to bite you, and that should be it. Okay. Hey! Okay! Okay, we, with 2 hit points left combined on the team, we have done it. We have gotten our badge. I'm sure I edited that down to make it look like it didn't take very long, but I've been trying to get that badge for like 2 hours. Cool, I got a shiny trinket. There are many things I would do for shiny trinkets. Received the stone badge from Roxanne. What kind of stone is it? Or is it literally just like she reaches down, picks up a handful of gravel, and it's like, that'll do? Oh, maybe it's part of one of the many Geodudes I ground into dust. I want to go heal my poor team. Look at this. That is a tragedy. All right, let's go get you guys all healed up. Or is this one of those moments when I get ambushed the second I leave the gym? Oh man, I'm looking forward to having a new member on the team. I don't want to get sucked into your drama right now. I really need a Poke Center. No, please don't take my goods. Oh no, my goods. Okay. So the next Pokemon I encounter in the wild, I have to catch and add to the team. Now the good news is that I've only done any of my grinding south of the city. So any of the paths north are still a mystery to me, which is good. It's a good thing because it means that it'll still be a surprise. I have tried really hard, even though it would have been a lot easier if I would have had allowed myself to go train in a slightly higher level area. But nope, we are doing this as right as we can. Now I am just going to swap Puffy back into the lead because I love her and I want her to feel like she's important. I swear they ran that way. They must have turned. Oh, there he is. Okay. I love how his problems are now suddenly my problems. So do we want to catch one on Route 16? Is that the go here? Because after that, I don't know when like the next event technically kicks in. Maybe it'll be after we rescue Peeko, which I know isn't very far ahead, but we've only got 2 Pokemon so far. We need more than that. Okay, so I'm going to walk into this grass and we're going to find our 3rd team member, finally. Okay, here we go. Okay. All right. You guys. She's beautiful. Puffy is a flying type, right? And I'm pretty sure is Flygon Dragon? I don't care, I'm catching her anyway, she's mine. Okay, hang on. We're not allowed to kill the Flygon. This is really important right now. Oh, you should feel my heartbeat. It's like, oh. Hey, you want to come home with me? Our 3rd Pokemon is a Flygon. Which is, of course, the last... Oh, she's Mystic Pokemon. The flapping of its wings sounds like singing. To prevent detection by enemies, it hides itself by flapping up a cloud of desert sand. She's really special because she's actually a final evolution. You would know this already, but she starts off as Trapinch, and then she's Vibrava, and then becomes Flygon. But Flygon is the coolest of the 3, and oh, so many parts. Okay, so we'll just look at what kind of like personality traits we have to... Oh, we have to name her first. So she's Flygon. So we could call her Walk here. Okay, so here's the thing. If I caught her as a Trapinch, I would have named her Pinchy. So I feel like it's authentic for me to call this beautiful Flygon Pinchy. Hi, baby. Okay, she's Ground and Dragon. And just to make sure, we've got Water, Dark, Normal, Flying, Ground and Dragon. So no overlap. Okay, so our 3rd Pokemon is Flygon. Now, I'm a little concerned because she's got some very narrow points to her, and that can be very, very tricky, particularly with all of the color changes I'm seeing there and all of the little, like tiny little bits that we're going to be making. But I'm going to just really put the time in on this one here. If this video is late, it'll be because of this Pokemon, okay? I'm gonna call it now. I don't even know what the next 3 are yet, but if this video isn't released on time on Thursday, Flygon is going to be why. The colour palette was delightfully planty for Flygon, with bright green, dark green, and a watermelon pink. I started with the head, neck, body, and tail piece. I wanted a fairly dynamic pose, so I knew it was going to take a while to work up all of those twists and turns. After spending so long trying to conquer the first gym, Flygon genuinely felt like my karmic reward. But I have to say, my prediction was spot on. This video is a full week after it was originally supposed to go live. Thankfully, the eyes could be made as a separate piece, so I didn't have to fuss around with safety eye positioning directly into the head. Then it was time to make her thick. That's 2 C's for anybody playing along. She has these very nuggety thighs with an inset darker piece at the top that I gave some dimension to by using front post stitching. Now, I was originally planning for her to hold her tail in her front claws, but as I assembled the pieces, it was telling me that the tail wanted to stand free off to one side, so I went with that. I did end up adding a bit of florist wire to the wings to help them hold their position though. It wasn't super necessary, but I wanted to make sure that they weren't going to droop over time. Now, she did come out bigger than any of the others I've previously made, but if you give me the chance to make a dragon, I'm always going to make a dragon. Okay, so our team currently consists of Puffy the Swablu, we have Tractor Beam the Kavana, and now we have Pinchy the Flygon. So now we are going to keep playing, and I think the next story point we have ahead of us is rescuing Peeko the Wingull, and then we'll be able to catch our 4th team member. Now, Pinchy, I know I'm the one who put you to sleep, but I would love it if you'd wake up. Thank you. Aw, sweetie. We're going to get you leveled up in no time, and I don't have to worry about her evolving. Good, you should do your homework. But your homework isn't my homework. The game's just teasing me at this point. Don't get me wrong, I'm so happy with the team I've got so far, but I'm ready for one that I don't really want to do. So I feel like I've had my candy. Now it's time for some vegetables. Evening. Hiker Clark. Not this again. What's this do? Miss! That's what that does. Okay. Alright, let's get a double battle going. Can I? Yeah. Alright, awesome. Oh, you poisoned my fish. I think I've got antidotes though, so we'll fix that up in a minute. Pinchy is growing up very quickly and nicely. We like that a lot for us. Tractor Beam, we're going to swap you out for Puffy. You bite the rock. And you are going to swap with our little Puffy friend. Puffy can't be astonished. Nah. You're going to bite the rock again, and you are going to peck the Lotad. Oh, that's right. This used to be filled with Whismur. Okay. We have encountered the Peeko plotline. I believe Peeko is just in that cave. Now, I believe there is some, like, boss fight type shenanigans in here. Oh, I was hoping I wouldn't get an encounter. Okay. Ninjask. You look crunchy. I feel like you'd be crunchy. Crunchy boy. Okay, that's me just feeding Pinchy. Pinchy is now up to level with Puffy. So Pinchy and Puffy are correct. And Tractor Beam's a little above. Yes, I would like to battle you. Thank you very much, sir. Team Aquagrunt would like to battle. They don't even name them. Okay, I'm gonna try Sandtomb again. I know I said it betrayed me. It betrayed me again. Sandtomb is the betrayal move. It may as well just be skip turn. But we are going to send out Puffy because Puffy is the Poochie Slayer. He's trying to start a howl. I feel like the need to sing along, but I'm just gonna end this instead. Okay, cool. Yep. Done. Yes, give me the goods. Hey, Peeko. I'm thirsty. Ooh, that unlocks his boat, doesn't it? We might go across the sea. That could be fun. Having rescued Peeko, I'm not really sure when technically this story point ends, but I think I need to return the Devon goods because that wasn't a very long chunk of story. So we'll just pop the Devon goods back. We'll go in there in a minute. So yeah, we're not catching our next one next. It's not until we return the Devon goods, right? No, we don't break the rules for legendaries. I'm sorry, but if I didn't break the rules to make that gym easier, I'm not breaking the rules for legendaries. Whew. Okay. This is fine. That's fine. Let's just get home. Drop the Devon goods off. And then we can catch our next teammate. Oh my... What is this place? Whew. Okay, let's go drop our Devon goods off. There we go. Thank you for the arbitrary token of your appreciation. I'll throw that at something later. Oh, cool. What's happening on this floor? I do appreciate that this game teleports you around and isn't just like, hey, meet us at the top of that building, and then you have to go walk for like 11 hours. He's your president. He's not my president. I just want to be clear on that. Look, man, I don't work for you. We have a letter. Hey, the letter, at least, is a story point. So I know that, like, if I don't hit enough story points up until then, that's at least going to get me another team member. So, okay. Okay, I'll do it just this once, but it's a favor and know that you owe me one. Oh. So I never so cheap as to ask a favor for nothing in return. Okay, he's way ahead of me. Pokenav. I don't think that's going to be very useful to me. Oh, I'm going to rest, thanks. I'm sorry, did you just force me to take a nap in your office? Okay, I'm leaving. I didn't catch most of that. I know I have a letter that I'm taking to Steven. You just gave me that and it already needs an update. It's like, I don't really want to... What is it with this game and making me call... Anyway. Alright, I'm leaving. Let me go. Okay, fine, I'll use the Pokenav. The idea that anybody wants to call anybody on the phone is a little bit... It dates this game worse than any graphics ever could. I don't want to go in there. I just need to pay slightly more attention to where I'm running, and then everything else will be fine. Alright. Let's go see Mr. Briny and see if he'll take us on his boat, because I think that's a good move for us. I think it's a good move. I did! Yes, please! I do? Awesome. Okay, so we're gonna go on the boat, and then wherever we land, the first chance I have to encounter something is our next teammate. So here we go. Okay, we are going for a boat ride. I'm feeling very boaty. Okay, I suppose I'm supposed to go find Steven, but let's just see if we can't find something to a rod. This is the first, okay. So I know this is like the third time we've done this, but this is the first time I've gotten as far as a fishing rod. I'm gonna get to fish for my next buddy. Okay, I mean, it's an old rod, so normally that would just fish up Magikarp, which I'm already not that angry about, but I actually don't know what I'll fish up. Given that it's randomized, it could be literally anything. It doesn't even have to be a water type. Okay, I'm gonna fish from all the way over here. This feels right. This feels good. Okay, ready? Not even a nibble. Okay, we'll try here. Ooh, okay. Ready? Snaky boy. Snaky girl. Oh, she's pretty. It's another one I'm gonna have to do a lot of embroidery on, I think, because like, those are some markings. I don't want to kill her. Let's try for a little peck. Tiny little peck. Don't lick Puffy, okay? Don't lick me, but just a little peck. And okay, we're gonna go for another little peck, tiny peck, just okay. One more peck, and then we'll throw a ball. So apparently the ocean is filled with survivors, which is just actually a genuinely horrifying concept if you think about it for a second there. Look, okay, I love you too. Please stop hugging me. You hug very tightly. You killed Puffy. What you doing? Oof, I don't want to use rough skin because it'll hurt. Pinchy should be able to weather you a little bit. And maybe we'll just try one of these. Hey! Another glorious girl for the team. She used to be a sea viper, and now she's a sea snack. Okay, so we're going to stop here and I'm going to try and make my Survivor. As I mentioned during that battle, I'm a little concerned again that I'm going to have to like stitch on a lot of details as opposed to actually making a lot of details, but I feel like that's going to happen more and more often as we get up through the generations. There's just like so many of them start relying on very specific skin markings as opposed to interesting shapes. But Actually, you know what? She's a pretty interesting shape as well. All right, let's give this a go. So Survivor's shape is the biggest challenge here. It curves back on itself over and over to form that wiggle. I knew I was going to have to angle my rows to pull it off, which can be more complicated than just working straight cross sections. Now, for those of you who don't know, black yarn is singularly difficult to work with due to it being really hard to see where the stitches are. So I did all of the work to figure out the shape in a bright colour first. It resulted in this fabulous pink worm that I will frog and recycle the yarn at some point. I started my real base in yellow so that Survivor would have a yellow jaw, and then swapped to black to work up the rest of the snack. Even on camera, you can see how hard it is to see individual stitches in the black, but you can make it easier on yourself by choosing a slightly shiny black yarn and working directly under a bright light like you'll see me doing here. With the main worm done, I mass-produced hexagons to go down her back and triangles to go along her base. Then came the face piece. Her markings are so specific. This was a bit of a hellish experience. I approached the face as a flat piece, half in black and half in purple, tapering to just black as we neared the back. You'll see me regularly trying it on the base to make sure that it fits correctly. Then I made some yellow ornaments for the forehead, some magenta fangs to tuck between the layers of the head, and after much experimentation, I landed on crocheting magenta half moons for the eyes, with a safety eye for the pupil. The end result is a little bit derpy, but I think it went about as well as can be expected. Finally, we came down to details. Her purple chest marking was stitched on using long stitch, and I once again nearly forgot her butt knife. I don't know what's up with me and tails today, but I did get it attached in the end. Okay, so I've just healed up my team. There doesn't seem to be a lot to do in town, except for the gym, and then there's the cave in the top left-hand corner. So what I'm just gonna do is check which gym this is, because I don't really fancy another gym like that first one. Brawly. A big wave in fighting. Okay. Why isn't it not like ocean or rock type out here? It doesn't. Anyway, fighting type. Okay. I am going to need to train before I can do that. Luckily, I know that there are some trainers up in that top path there, as well as that cave. I don't want to go too far down in that cave, but I think you need flash for it anyway. So I'll just stay in like the main lobby area and train my guys up a little bit. Okay, so I stayed in the top level of Granite Cave here. I battled the trainers I could find. I stayed out of the dark area. The top area was electric type. So I don't know if like the dark areas will be electric type as well, but I do know that after we've defeated the gym, I will not catch something from the area I've already seen, and we'll go down a level. Even if it's the same Pokemon, it'll still at least be somewhat of a surprise. So with fighting type, I'm actually really excited for Puffy because it's Puffy's time to shine against fighting type. So we are gonna, oh, it's dark in here. I don't like that. So we're going to feel our way around and do our best. Yeah, so as you can see, we've got Tractor Beam is at level 17. Puffy, who is flying type. So she's gonna be kind of like the champion, but she is unfortunately also the lowest level of all of them. So the rest of the team is just a supporting cast designed to keep Puffy alive. Which is nice. It kind of feels like she's coming full circle from her arc where she was, unfortunately, a little bit of cannon fodder. We've got to find our battles. This builds the suspense, doesn't it? Oh, there's one. Now, how do you do your Kegels? How do you hover like that? Oh, it's the Onion Boy. This is the Onion Boy I was trying to describe in the first bit. I don't know if I cut it out or not, but like Onion Boy, levitating Onion Boy. Oh, that made my circle grow a little bit. That's nice. Please don't chop the tiny bird. There we are. I got it the right way around that time. So far, so good. Oh, there's another one. Easy there, Gandalf. Can't imagine that there'll be too many more. I don't know, my circle is still pretty small still. Oh, no, there's another one. Good. Excellent. The more the better. I want so many trainer battles in here. I'm getting Puffy ready to be the terror of the skies. We'll train her on vaguely humanoid type things, and then unleash her. And there's the big bad. Okay, so we are just going to duck out of the gym and heal up, just to give us the best chance of success. It's not really much of a maze. I think it's just got the wow factor of only having that little circle being visible. It's nice. I like it. Anything's better than Lieutenant Surge's gym from Kanto. Those switches were the bane of my childhood. Okay, I will meet you on your platform with respect. Churned in the rough waves of these parts and have grown tough in the pitch black cave. So you wanted to challenge me and let me see what you're made of. Mostly meat, a little bit of cotton wool. I've breathed in a lot of yarn, that's probably part of it too. Okay, Machop, we can handle a Machop. We're a little underleveled, but I'm sure it'll be fine. I would rather you did not hit the bird. Peck. No, this again? We're really doing this again. Don't do that, don't do that, don't. I believe I've made an error in judgment. But we're still gonna try, okay? We lost our bird already because I'm really bad at this. But we are going to forge onwards. And instead of delicate pecks from a cute little fluffy thing, I'm sending in the terrifying sea snack to bite you all. Nope, you can keep going because Metatite is fighting and psychic. I actually know that one. Couldn't remember his name, remember his typing for some reason. So dark moves should be pretty good against him. It would be cool if light screen counteracted dark moves because like there's too much light. Oh, see that's more the experience I want from a gym leader, thanks. Now, okay, what's your third and final, like do you have like a Hirayama or is that what they are, Hirayama? Ooh, Poison Tail. Shiny. Oh, great. This might actually not be too bad. Come on, Sea Snack. I believe in you. And after how many hours it took me to make you, I kind of feel like you owe me this one, buddy. And the idea is that I just need to chip away at you. Cool, and keep you flinching as well. That's fantastic. I thought you were forged in the ocean, buddy. But nope, one little dragonfly comes around chewing on you and you start getting all flinchy. Oh no, don't do that, don't do that, no! Woo. Ah! I may have deserved that one. I'm sorry, Pinchy, I shouldn't have mocked him quite that hard. Would you not do that? We're turning right around and coming back in. I'll be right back with you in a second. I'm not very good, but I'm sure stubborn. Look at me, haha, a little bit of strategy there. We're thinking now. No! No, 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 no! Okay, that's fine, never mind. If you could stop doing that though, that'd be nice. Because last time I had the Flygon take care of you. But it's the same move I'm using from Sea Snack. Honestly, 3 of my guys have Bite. 3 out of 4, that's crazy. Yeah, cool, alright, we kicked out the Onion Boy really easily. And hey, we still have most of a team here ready to take on this little yellow menace. Sir, please, no touching the snake. I thought we went through this. And that's all we're doing. We're biting him and we're healing the puff. Oh, we're dying instantly. Okay. Would you please not throw the bird? She can fly. Why does throwing her hurt her? I might have to go do some more training. Right, I'll be back. I'll be back later. I got sick of fighting Manetrix in the cave. So I'm out here fighting whatever I can fish up instead. What else can the old Ron catch? There's just something not quite right about this ocean. That could have been cool though. Isn't Tropius a flying type now? Okay, alright, it's calmed down a bit now. We're only fishing up giant dinosaurs. What other dinosaurs are there? I know there's like Tyrantrum. I think that's the T-Rex fossil one that you can get in a later gen. And the one that looks like the Pachycephalosaur as well. I remember him. Archaeops? Is Archaeops this generation? That could have been cool. That could be cool. I feel like I'm forgetting some other dinosaur-y type ones. Just trying to get Puffy a little bit further up that scale. Okay, so Puffy just hit level 18, which means we are turning around and going back into that gym, and this time, by gum, we are gonna do it. Fury attack. Puffy, flirt. I know I'm not supposed to remove these ones, okay? But I'm going to anyway. I am. I'm going to. I'm just being true to my button mashing My button mashing roots. New name for this series is The Fluff and the Furious. Alright, if I don't beat the gym this time, I'm calling it, and I'm just gonna make 4 Pokemon and end the video. So by now you know, better than I do, whether or not we succeed. Okay, here we go. We are going to rearrange. Put Tractor Beam in first position, because as discussed, he is going to absorb some of that damage from the early mons, because I feel like he can take out at least one of them, and he just can't handle the Mako Hitter, and he also doesn't have... there's no advantage to keeping him around till last. However, there is advantages to keeping some of the others around till last. So, Brawly, if you want to take a dive, I'd be totally cool with that. My pride wouldn't be damaged. I'm not even going to go all the way to the elite, so you don't need to worry about anybody reporting this. Do the thing. I'm gonna do the thing. We're doing the thing. Bite it like I didn't feed you this morning. I did. One chop? Really, Tractor? You are so easily tenderized. See, Snack, I'm going to send you out to finish this off, because I think your Poison Tail is giving me some sort of... I don't know if it's a mental advantage or what, but it feels more effective than just biting these guys, and I don't know if I'm crazy or not. I'm sure one of you guys could probably let me know. Fantastic. Thank you. Yes, you are going to... Nope, you're going to stay out there to fight the little onion boy. Don't let him make you cry. I don't think the Metatype has done... I shouldn't say this. I shouldn't tempt fate this way, but I don't think he's done any damage to me throughout all this. It's just all about the reflection and the focus. Okay. Alright, so we have 3 full health team members as we head into this one Mako Hitter, and 2 of them are level 18. So we're not under leveled, we're just not at over leveled. So we're gonna stay with it. I understand that Mako Hitter can beat the snot out of Sea Snack, but maybe he won't this time? Okay, yep, got some Vital Throw going on. Oof, okay. Hang in there, Sea Snack, you got this, okay? Brawly will probably use a potion next anyway, which will give us an extra... No, we've got a Citrus Berry. Why are they so strong? Ah, forget the plan to use the bird. Sea Snack had it in her all along. Cool, alright, and Sea Snack hit level 19 as well, and I love the fact that I'm not worried about her evolving. Ooh, what's Screech do? Screech lowers defense, right? Yeah, reduces defense. Yeah, we're not going to worry about that. We are an offensive team. And by that I mean anybody who knows how to play this game properly is offended by my team. Thanks, Brawly. We won't tell anyone you took a dive. There we go. Knuckle badge. You know what that means though, right? That means it's time to finally catch the 5th member of our team. You can see the sunset going on out the window a little bit. So I'm gonna go heal really quick and I'll meet you at the cave. Okay, so I'm about to enter the cave, but first I gotta teach one of the Pokemon Flash, which I don't really want to do, and normally I would just like fumble around blindly in the dark, and I am tempted to fumble around blindly in the dark anyway. Just because Flash is such a nothing move. What a shame none of my Pokemon can learn it anyway. Oh well, we will just have to forge ahead without it. So as I mentioned before, I did train on this top level of the cave, so I will be, it's electric type. I might run into some Plusle, some Minun, some Manectric, but we're not catching anything on this level. We're going to catch something the next level down. Even if it's the same type, even if it's the same kind of Pokemon, like, that's just what we're going to do anyway. Oh, cool. Nothing, no encounters anyway. So here we are at the bottom level, or the 2nd level of Granite Cave. I actually don't know how deep Granite Cave is. And we're gonna catch, I think we're gonna catch one in here. So I'm just gonna fumble around, oh, hello. Pokeball. I'm gonna fumble around in the dark a little bit. Where are all my encounters at? Ooh, ladder. Okay. Speaking of dinosaur types, hi buddy. Oh, he's like just like he's a squish. He's just a cute little squish. And a fire type would be nice on the team. Just saying, I'm too scared to hit him. He's only level 11. So, what do we do? What do we do? Maybe I can just like wing it. I'm just like, hey buddy, you wanna join the team? Yeah? Maybe? You thinking about it? Okay, cool. All right, so Noomal. How delightful. And he's yellow and green too, which is gonna like really help boost the aesthetic a little bit. A Noomal stores boiling magma in the hump on its back. It is a hardy Pokemon that can transport a 220-pound load. It has served humans at work since long ago. Now, is that like a blowhole in the middle of his back? I'm gonna have to look at photos of that to see if that's what that is. He is the numb Pokemon. What an odd choice. Okay, well, Noomal, you are the only boy on the team. So far anyway, and so that just means that your name must be Abnormal. And he is fire and ground. Now I do think I have a double up on the ground typing, but I think that when you think of Flygon, you don't think ground, you think dragon, and I think when you think of Noomal, you don't think ground, you think fire. So I'm gonna let that one go because I want the Noomal on my team. So we're just gonna take him and we're gonna make him now. So yeah, a few color changes to worry about, but nothing too concerning here. So we're just gonna whip him up probably pretty fast. So to make Noomal, we got to use nice bright colors again. This time, pale yellow, sunshine yellow, and a grass green. Once again, there was also a sneaky pale gray in the mix though. My original attempt to make Noomal was a bit of a botch job. I started in a very strange place in the body and was planning on splitting the opening in half. It just needlessly complicated his shape, so I ended up frogging back to nothing and starting again. This time I started with the head to help me recalibrate my sensibilities. I built up the pale yellow nose, then swapped to the bright yellow for the head. I actually built the curls directly into his head using the same stitch that I used to make Swablu's toes. In the middle of this, I made 2 little grey rings for his eyes. I would use long stitch later to add the eyelid, but I did like the crispness of making the shadow a separate piece. Finally, I curved the head into a very narrow neck that had a fairly steep slope to it, which would help to attach it more seamlessly to the body later. I could then start work on the main egg of the body. I worked to match the slope of the neck opening by using single crochet 3-togethers instead of regular decreases. I always think of Noomal as being round, but everything I looked at seemed to confirm a longer, more egg-type shape for him, so that's what I was aiming for. So next we worked on his green markings. Also, yes, that is a blowhole on his back. So I ended up building a smaller green patch that I was going to sew onto the larger green patch on his back. Front post stitching was here to save the day again, as it gave me crispy colour blocks and just a splash of added dimension. Finally, we needed 4 stumpy feet. I made the main flare of them happen in the middle so that they were slightly narrower at both the base and the opening. I think this helped with Noomal's slightly overinflated balloon animal aesthetic. I only lightly stuffed the legs so that they could flatten against the body, which does help for a smoother transition between pieces. There was also a belly patch in there somewhere. Then I got to work sewing it all together. Alright, so I know that what we're doing at the moment is we're trying to deliver a letter to Stephen, who is at the end of this cave, and then we hop on the boat and I think we sail, it's possibly to Slateport and Everstone. Ooh, Everstone. Haha! Unfair advantage, thy name is Everstone. Oh, I'm really glad I caught Noomal. I probably would have quit. Blaziken's fine if there aren't any other like really long, complicated ones going on, but oh no, no thank you. Okay, cool. I think I'm out the other way, out the other side now. That's what I mean. It's like you don't really need Flash to get through this cave. It's just like, oh, you want me to wait until I've got Flash? Okay, I'll wait. Also, I don't think Stephen really talks to you unless you've got the badge already. Or they'll have some other way of like soft locking the story, you know? It's a line of Psyducks with a headache. For my neck trick, Abnormal will use Ember. You are just doing very well there, Abnormal. Thank you. We appreciate you, and even though you probably won't see a gym leader or any kind of major interaction, you are a valued member of the team and we like you quite a bit. I'm just really glad this isn't a very long cave as well. Ah, yes. Stephen! Ah, and we're out, and we're free, and we're loose! There's gonna be just like no footage whatsoever between catches 5 and 6. And you'll all know that it's because I'm tired. And now we will hit the proverbial road, and wherever the boat takes us shall be the location of our 6th and final team member. And I don't even want like a showstopper or anything fancy. Gulpin is fine. Anything small and blobby that can be made in a single piece would be fantastic. Oh, Slateport, please. Thank you very much. Hi, Peeko! I've got the Muppets Treasure Island song stuck in my head. Nope, no songs, nothing copyrighted here. Okay, we have landed. I could very, very carefully creep around all of these chairs and find my way. What's that? No, see, I could technically fish, but I think it might be better if I find some grass. Maybe we try and deliver the Devon goods and then we'll come back. Where is Devon Co? Oh, I'd love to change Sea Snack into Sea Snack. You shall henceforth be known as Sea Snack. Mostly because that's what I'm calling you anyway. Awesome. Thank you, sir. Now, I think all of my others were okay. I think they're Puffy, fine, Pinchy, good, Tractor Beam's good. I keep calling him Husqvarna. And Abnormal is perfect, if we're honest. Let's be real here. Yes. No? We went off somewhere. He had some work to do. Could you find Captain Stindler? Okay, cool. I found the plot, guys. It's going to be okay. We are going to find a satisfying ending to our arc and reward ourselves with the final Pokemon afterwards. Okay, so there's that. And then I assume I have to go back to this place and probably beat up a bunch of people. And of course you're going to charge me for the privilege. Now I'm only really interacting with the Aqua storyline, but I believe being Emerald that the Magma storyline kicks in at a certain point. I'm just genuinely relieved to have not have encountered Rayquaza at any point, because when I talk about Flygon pushing this video back a week, Rayquaza would probably push it back a month. Cool. I assume there's another one of you out there trying to like immediately like, watch out. Your boss is gonna be furious. Ah, sniveling wimp. You're gonna be insulting. I'm gonna have to mash your potatoes. Aw, Zubat. Hey, buddy. I'm gonna set you on fire. Okay, cool. So that's 2 of them, but I kind of feel like there might be a boss level 1. That's about right. There it is. Am I seeing that right? Pokemon was ahead of its time. Oh, I didn't get to find him. I don't want to wander around and check your facilities, but I guess technically that counts as my delivery done, which means I am now free. I saw some grass out here, and I think that's going to be our picking spot. I have no idea what typing is out here. I have no idea what's normally out here. Oh, it's a bike path, so that would make this would originally be the haunting place of Minun and Plusle, though I don't know if they were exclusives to the like... I'm rambling. I'm just gonna walk into the grass now. Go. Final team member. Okay. I've never wanted to quit so badly in my entire life. Okay. Couldn't you have just been a Beldum instead? At least you're not a Metagross. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Alright. It's a challenge. That's what that is. Oh my god. make a robot. I like robots, but I don't feel like making a robot now. Okay. We're gonna catch the Matang. Maybe, oh, look, I'm gonna learn some valuable things. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be good. Oh no, I killed it. No, that was a genuine accident. But look, this isn't gonna be a repeat of the Teddy situation. It's just gonna be whatever I find next in the grass. I'm sorry, I really didn't, I actually feel bad. So whatever I find next in the grass. Here's another Matang, and we won't kill this one because it was a genuine accident last time and not a way of avoiding our responsibilities. We might just throw a ball at it and hope for the best. Maybe I'll sing it to sleep first. You can dream of some electric sheep. Look, so I really don't want to make you enough to beg you for the privilege. So if you want to be part of the team, I'm going to need you to get the ball, okay? I'm going to need you to make it easy and painless. Okay? Okay. And we have our final team member, who is Matang. The claws tipping its arms pack the destructive power to tear through thick iron sheets as if they were silk. You know silk doesn't tear easily, right? It flies at over 60 miles per hour. That is pretty fast. The Iron Claw Pokemon. Yes, I would like to give a nickname to the captured Matang. And of course, there's only one thing to name this. Email. Because we all know most Metangs should have been an email. Look, I think I'm really funny, okay? It's been a long day. So we have our final team member. Right, so I'm gonna go make Metang now, and my big concern with him is that he is a robot, which means a lot of hard edges and potentially a lot of like super fine details. So I'm gonna have to pull up some better reference images to get a better idea of what it is that I'm making. I do have the ability to use like front post stitching and back post stitching to try and create some of those corners, but in general, he's probably gonna end up looking like a very squishy, spongy version of what he actually is. So as I mentioned earlier, I have been trying to work through my stash as much as possible, and I knew I had the right blue in there somewhere. It turned out to not be enough, so I also grabbed an unhatched ball from my display to use when the scrap ran out. Luckily, there is always a sneaky replacement waiting behind. Now, not to state the obvious, but Matang is a robot. That means sharp corners, hard edges, and very constructed design. Crochet is a very squishy medium, and I'm used to more organic shapes, so this was a real challenge for me. I started by looking up Matang on Pokemon Go, but I didn't have one. Luckily, Matang is designed to have beldams for arms, and I did have one of those, so I could get a good look at it that way. The sketch was super important here, and I used it to help nail down my approach. I was going to assemble it a bit like a puzzle and use post-stitching to form any horizontal edges to try and give it hard, flat planes. I started with one of the arms to get the practice in. It's made up of a thick coin with 3 white blades, and I used front loop, back loop trickery to just build them into the row. It saved me a lot of sewing. Then there was the elongated dome that formed the main meat of the arm, and I faked the flat plane and pointed ridge that was meant to form the elbow by just making a small strip of a row of single crochet and then using some crochet origami to fold it and pinch it and create the illusion of what it was trying to be. I was pretty pleased with it as a solution, honestly. With the arms sorted, I went back to sketching for the main puck of the body. After some thought, rather than stitching eyes on, I decided to make them inset, crafting the base of the puck half in black, half in blue, and then building a helmet piece with gaps for the eyes to fit over the top and complete the piece. Then it was just a matter of making a handful of white spikes and blades to add to the body, and then carefully sewing it all together. It looks like he's filming. So there is our final team. We have Puffy the Swablu, Tractor Beam the Kavana, Pinchy the Flygon, Sea Snack the Survivor, Abnormal the Noomal, and finally we have Email the Matang.